The following is a presentation of Fighting Illini Productions. This week on Blue Collar, Orange Swag, an all-access look at the Fighting Illini's August trip to Europe. The squad visited 3 countries, played 4 games, and had several memorable experiences during their 10-day journey overseas.
We had to bond with each other and been through tough times, and it was a good trip overall.
I learned a lot through the practices in the 4 games. Okay, I learned a lot. It's been a great advantage for us. Great advantage.
We've been here the longest, so we got to take that leadership role and we got to show the younger guys and transfer the way we do things.
I think it's pretty cool that I'm a part of it, because I would have never thought in 5th grade watching all the Illinois teams playing there, and now I'm about to be a part of something new that's going to be big for the future.
Blue Collar Orange Swag Inside Illinois Basketball is presented by Nissan. After flying over 4,000 miles from Chicago to Brussels, Illinois began its European trip by touring the Belgian cities Ghent and Bruges. The Fighting Illini took walking tours of each city on consecutive days and had the chance to learn about the history of each city and sample some of the local cuisine.
Well, I'd like to say the first day was a struggle, trying to see all the sights. I mean, it was actually really weird that we got off the plane and like a day and a half just went by. You know, we look at our phone, we're like, oh my gosh, like, it's like we're off the planet Earth. So the struggle was really see, but you know what? I think it was really fun because it was just different. I mean, you don't see any cars driving by, it's everybody walking. We got to try like the different styles of food, like the Belgian waffles. Like I had no idea the people outside the country didn't use syrup. There are waffles, you know, we eat whipped cream and chocolate.
They want us to come along. This is a real deal right here, man.
So I think it was really cool just seeing stuff like that. I think the weirdest thing that I couldn't try was mayonnaise with fries. That's like a thing out there. I couldn't do that.
Belgium was a great place, you know. That's probably one of my favorites other than Paris. You know, Belgium, like the old atmosphere, kind of the buildings and stuff like that. I think it was a pretty nice thing. Belgian waffles, those was amazing. You know, some of the best waffles I ever had. You know, they got like different flavors you could put on it and ice cream with it, so that was pretty good.
I'm going crazy. Check it out. We got the ice cream, got the strawberry chocolate, Belgian waffle. I'm going crazy. It's a hit.
It was pretty cool meeting the different people and then seeing people speak different languages. I thought that was also really interesting, seeing all the different buildings.
Following the first 2 days of sightseeing, the Fighting Illini played their first game of the tour against Waregem, a Belgian Division II professional team. The game was tight from the outset, with no one leading by double digits until Illinois went on to a 14-3 run late in the 3rd quarter to take an 11-point lead. The hosts fought back and took a 58-56 lead of its own with 5 minutes remaining. Freshman DJ Williams scored on a driving layup to tie it, and Malcolm Hill drained a 3-pointer off an inside-out pass from Mike Thorne to put the Illini ahead 61-58. After Waregem hit a jumper to bring them within 1, Kendrick Nunn was fouled on a pull-up and made the bucket plus the and 1 to give the Orange and Blue a 64-60 lead. Waregem again pulled within 1 point, but Hill had the answer, driving hard to the basket through traffic and hitting a congested layup with 30 seconds to go to put the Illini up by 3. After a defensive stop, Williams calmly knocked down a pair of free throws with 7 seconds remaining to close out the 5-point win.
First game out the way, it was a tough one, but got it done.
Former Fighting Illini golf standout in Belgium, Thomas Peters, was on hand to watch the Illini victory and had the chance to come into the locker room post-game.
Was any words of encouragement for him or anything?
I told Mr. Thomas here, I was treating every game you guys played. It's it's in my heart. It's as soon as you guys play, just basketball time for me. I'm a huge basketball fan, so always a huge respect for you guys.
Same goes to you. We appreciate you coming.
1, 2, 3. All for 1, 5. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
The night after holding off Waregem, the Fighting Illini faced their toughest test of the trip, the Dutch national team, who faced Illinois as part of their preparations for the European Championships. Playing in front of a sold-out Top Sports Centrum in Rotterdam, Illinois played a solid first half. They would close the first half strong and trail by only 3 going into the locker room. Kendrick Nunn would wow the Dutch crowd with 2 spectacular blocks, and along with Maverick Morgan, lead the squad in scoring.
Yeah, playing in the Netherlands was amazing. That had a pretty nice gym and a pretty packed crowd. I like the crowd. They gave me a little love from a couple of my blocks I had.
However, the experienced Dutch side pulled away from the road-weary Illini down the stretch and coasted to a double-digit win.
Yeah, that was a pretty good experience for us. I'd say the coolest thing is that we got a taste of what professional basketball is really like. Because they ran some plays, did some things I've never seen before. I mean, they were really talented. And the atmosphere, it was really crazy.
We're not very good right now. We're just not very good, but we're going to be. We need to get in the weight room. We need a lot more condition. We need to get a lot stronger. We need a lot tougher mentally. We need a lot tougher physically. We got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do. I'm glad we played. It's awesome that we played.
Day 5 of the trip included the most powerful experience of the Illini stay in Europe. The team took a 3-hour tour of the American cemetery at Normandy, overlooking Omaha Beach, where 71 years ago, the Allied forces launched their invasion of mainland Europe.
Our tour guys did a great job before we got there, we saw the movie Saving Private Ryan, and the fact that, well, I know that didn't happen in real life, but to be able to, from what we saw in the movie, but to be able to be on the same beach, you know, from what I read in the history books about like what actually happened on the grounds and actually like being on there, it was kind of like weird and surreal because I was just thinking like what it would look like and I just couldn't even imagine it. But I mean, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, you know, and I was glad I was able to enjoy that with my mom and my teammates. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the coolest experiences being out there.
And Normandy was an awesome sight to see, you know. Old stomping grounds from the wars, seeing a lot of soldiers, cemeteries and things like that. You know, it was just an honor and blessing to go there and experience that.
In Saving Private Ryan, a lot of people have seen that movie. So being able to see that movie on the bus and then, you know, actually go to it, and I've seen people who have gone to it, and I've seen footage from it, and you know, actually being able to set foot, you know, on the beaches and you know, see where a lot of men sacrificed their lives for our country it was unbelievable. It was very, very surreal, very surreal.
My 2 grandparents fought in World War II. My dad was in Vietnam. My dad was a member of the 101st Airborne. A lot of his 101st Airborne forefathers were there and were represented through the attack there at Normandy Beach. So it was emotional, honestly, for me. It was great to be able to walk through the cemetery, to walk on the beach, you know, to listen to our tour guide tell us the story, give us the details, have great appreciation and respect for all of our armed forces, past, present, and future. So it was great. I mean, it was one of those deals where, for me, it was a bucket list item, and I wanted to make sure that I had an opportunity to be able to visit Normandy, and obviously to have a chance to do that was really special.
On day 6 of the trip, the Fighting Illini made the 200-kilometer journey from Deauville to Paris, where they had the opportunity to stop by the Arc de Triomphe before checking into the hotel and heading to Brittany for Game 3. Playing after 2 days of rest, the Illini put together their best performance of the trip, using balanced scoring and multiple transition opportunities to pull away from Brittany and ultimately prevailing 95-73.
The game was a pretty cool game. You know, it was kind of like a Park District environment. You know, a lot of kids came out to see us and stuff like that, and they showed us love after the game. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It's kind of weird too, because they all wanted pictures, and I'm like, dang, like, you guys don't even know who I am. You know, but I mean, I was really happy for the experience that I was able to, you know, kind of like make their experience enjoyable by being able to take pictures with them, because they'll probably never ever see me again. You know, and I know that moment would mean a lot to them. Because I mean, it would mean a lot to me. You know, I was in that situation too before when I was a kid. So I was glad I was able to make it a fun experience for them.
Day 7 included the most memorable activity of the trip. The Illinois basketball team was divided into groups of 3 and competed in an amazing race Paris competition. The groups raced around the city, with the first to complete objectives at the Louvre, Notre Dame, Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, and Palais de Chaillot, and returning to the hotel, winning the competition. Each team was given a limited amount of money to use and was required to use a variety of transportation to make it from landmark to landmark.
Basically, you try to find items, specific items, and sightseeing points. You have to prove that you were there by taking a picture. You're just racing around the whole city. And I mean, that took us 4 hours to go through the whole city as fast as we could, which shows like how big Paris is.
Yeah, the Amazing Race was basically a race around Paris where we had to visit a couple spots and make our way around Paris and come back with each spot with different requirements, and it was a fun race. You know, we took trains and cabs and stuff like that. But during the middle, my team kind of gave up a little bit.
And there were different bonuses. If you took the subway, took a picture, you got a bonus. If you did 10 push-ups, you know, on one of the bridges, you got a bonus. Just a little different fun things. And then in the end, you get back to the hotel and they take your time, how long it took you. It took us about an hour 45, I think. And then they add it all up, add your bonus points up and all that stuff, and then in the end, they have the ultimate winner.
The team of Coach Ford, Mark Morris, and Walter Offit was the first to make it back to the hotel. However, there was some controversy about their complying by transportation budgetary rules.
I do think they've cheated a little bit. They probably missed a couple spots or something. They worked their way around it though.
So we sprinted in the right direction towards the hotel, asked 2 taxi drivers where to go, and they just pointed us through the way.
Once I figured out who finished in front of us, and I saw Dustin Ford on there, I kind of knew that things were a little off.
After 2 days of deliberation, the team of Mike LaTulip, Laurent Black, and Aaron Jordan was declared winners of the competition.
I saw that they were the ones that finished in front of us. I basically talked to Aaron and Laurent. I'm like, you know, stay humble because I think we're the champions, because there's absolutely no way that those guys actually won.
I don't agree with this. My team should have won. This is not fair.
He's boycotting the race.
That's flat.
If you can't beat them, join them.
The Fighting Illini finished the basketball portion of their trip by facing AMW Select in Paris. After a slow start, Illinois went on a dominating 26-3 run to grab control of the game. Laurent Black owned the paint, scoring 21 points and snagging 15 rebounds. Freshman guards DJ Williams and Aaron Jordan each reached double figures, including a 30-foot shot by Jordan to end the half. Mike LaTulip ended the game and his playing career at Illinois with a flourish, scoring 9 points and playing hard right up to the final whistle.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tulip as a teammate. You know, even if he knows he's not going to play this year, but he's always in the gym, working hard, practice. He lays his body on the line every day at practice. He's also a great leader as a teammate, so he's always making sure everybody's accounted for. He always talks to me on the side. I listen. To be able to see him just play the last game as an Illini, you know, it was really good. I was really happy for him.
It was weird because it obviously wasn't at the State Farm Center. It wasn't at, you know, last game is usually somewhere in the United States, obviously. So that was a little odd, but Coach Gross gave me the opportunity to start that game. It meant so much. You know, I've worked hard throughout the years, and you know, there's a lot of sacrifice that goes in, you know, to being a teammate and trying to be a good teammate. So I thought that was all a culmination of it right there. And you know, that's the thing with Coach Gross is, you know, if you pay your dues and you work hard, like, he's the type of guy that will always reward you.
The effort that Mike gave there at the end, the last couple minutes, because he knew that was it. That's the level you got to play at effort-wise all the time. All the time. Doesn't matter who we're playing, non-conference, conference, that has got to be a staple at Illinois. Okay, it's got to be a staple. To do that, we got to be in ridiculous condition so we can go all freaking day. and then 5 overtimes if they want. Okay? But we've got more to get. All right? I learned a lot through the practices and the 4 games. Okay, I learned a lot. It's going to be a great advantage for us. Great advantage for us moving forward if we play our cards right. Mike Latula, you got it, buddy.
1, 2, 3.
All for one, one for all.
1, 2, 3.
Finish.
Illinois finished their trip abroad with an evening boat tour of Paris.
Boat tour was a good tour, you know, on the waters down in Paris, seeing some different sights.
I said the boat ride, that was like a fitting touch, fitting into the journey that we had overseas. You know, I think we really enjoyed it, seeing the different people walk across, seeing the different buildings, then being able to take a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower while we were on the boat. And we had a really good time on the boat. And I think we got a lot out of the trip. I think we got closer as a group, and we learned a lot about each other too. So I think overall it was a great experience for us.
Being down overseas for 10 days was a heck of an experience, you know. It might not seem as long, but it was a pretty long time, you know. We had to bond with each other and been through tough times, and it was a good trip overall.